Mark Flower.
Joined the meeting.
Silence your phone.
Check throw on to one.
I'll follow what, throw on. See if I got everything together. Is it 7 o'clock yet?
Yes, it is.
Let's start the meeting. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please stay standing while we mention those who have passed since our last meeting. James Morgan Brockman. Christina Martinez Alvarado. Michael Arbowecki. Roll call. Mike. Here. Bill.
Here.
Johnny. Here. Bill.
Still here.
We have a full board tonight. Fire exits are, where Mike? Over here.
Okay.
That's the only place that you go. There's a fire in the building. And, attorney concerned?
No, we're good tonight, thank you.
Okay. At this point in time, we have petitioners, to speak. There's no one in the audience other than our reporter. And, is there anybody on Zoom?
Mark Flower.
Mark Lauer, that'll be for the public hearing at 7:05. Hello, Mark.
Correct.
Okay, so, anybody coming forward for speaking, can we start at 7 now or no? We have to wait till, Jackie, we can go through the agenda for a second.
Yeah, we can wait till 7.
7:05, absolutely.
Okay, so we'll wait till 7:05, in the meantime, we can actually go to town board to.
Finish that.
Number
A second.
Joe and Mike, all in favor?
That was Bill and Joe. Bill and Joe.
Okay, Billy Joe? Billy Joe.
Mike?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that's number 2, to accept the highway department report, the building department report, the town clerk's report, the recreation report, the assessor's report, the court report.
Move 2, 3, 4, 4A, 4B, 4C.
Just a quick conversation piece on the, on number 3. They must include their permit, listing, which is not in the report.
Okay, so
Tomorrow we'll
those
get them.
notes, we'll get that.
Yeah. Okay. Other than that,
Okay. Number 5, town board,
second
Thank you.
favor?
Aye.
Okay, number 5. We will approve payment invoice number 19 in the amount of $11,648. Banana Larios PC for USDA Hudson Sewer District modification, job number for Hudson 597, work.
11/20/24. So moved. I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. 6, staff board to approve payment of $26.25 to Vermont System for Camp Brain.
So moved. Second.
Bill makes it, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. 7, town board to rescind the following expense.
Do that. We'll get clarification
Yeah,
on
table till
Monday.
Monday.
Number 6.
7 and 8.
7 and 8, we don't have the correct information
Okay, 7 and 8,
till Monday.
we're gonna table and do them on Monday, the 4th Monday workshop.
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
Number 9, town board to approve payment to Tracy Moser for 63 hours of vacation time accrued in the amount of $1,546.02.
So moved.
That's Bill. Motion's carried. Town board to accept the resignation of payroll of personnel assistant Lisa Wassler of February 19th.
So second.
Johnny made the motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. It's 7:05 yet?
Nope, 1 minute.
Oh, boy. Town board to approve payment to Lisa Wesnick for 70 hours of vacation time accrued in the amount of $1,758.70 minus $264 paid for SRSH membership. 6 months of resignation for section 3.1 of the town of Wawarsing compliance manual for a final total of $1451.70.
Second.
Motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve Johnny Frost on behalf of the town. To approve the project timeline for development of Civic Plus website.
So moved.
Second.
Mike made that motion, Joe seconded it, all in favor?
Aye, 7:05.
Motion's carried. So, we have a public hearing, being held to review the performance and status of activities and to identify future community development activities for the small cities CDBG program. We have Mark Blauer, our fantastic grant writer for 20+ years. He's on Zoom from Pennsylvania. Hello, Mark.
Thank you, Supervisor. I imagine it's snowing in New York. It's been snowing in Pennsylvania. And I appreciate the opportunity to join by Zoom instead of trying to take on the highways this evening. We are in the process of closing out a grant from the New York State Office of Community Renewal. It is project number 1215 PR 8321, more commonly known as the Cohonson Sewer Treatment Plant project to replace the failing reed sludge drying beds with a new mechanical sludge dewatering system that was to be constructed on site at the Cohonson wastewater treatment plant. We're holding this hearing because we are required to have a hearing at the end of the project to solicit public comment. The project is completed. The original grant was $961,400. We spent on the project all but $56,745. That remaining balance that we did not spend is being returned to the state. The project was completed in December by TAM Enterprises and resolves an issue where the failing reed sludge drying beds were an ongoing issue with the New York State DEC, and the new mechanical sludge dewatering system replaced that failing reed bed system. Apart from this project, the only other remaining project at the Cohonson Sewer Treatment Plant is the USDA project that should be starting in the spring. We are already under contract. That project will create the redundant treatment system for the Cohonson plant. Simply stated, at present, the plant has one way in, one way out. We are proposing to create a second treatment train. That means that if one side of the plant needs to be shut down for maintenance, the other side will continue to handle the flow. Where we are now is we have only one means of dealing with sewage. If it breaks down, you got a big problem. But as part of this long-term effort in the Cohonson Sewer District, we completed in December the installation of the mechanical sludge dewatering system. And this opportunity is now for the public to suggest any future projects or to make any comments in particular about our completed project. This project was most likely the last completed small cities project we'll be undertaking, since, in my opinion, we've run out of projects with whether it be Cohonson Sewer, Cohonson Water, Napanock Sewer, or Napanock Water. We've done a lot of work over 25 years, and this project was essentially the next to last project. So again, I'm Mark Blauer. I'm the grant writer. I worked as the administrator on this project. The project is completed. We're closing it out. This is the opportunity for the public to make any comments. To make Jackie's job simpler, anybody in the public who has question or comment should identify themselves so we can include their name in the transcript. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark, very much for everything you do for the town.
So I think we need to note that there's nobody in the audience other than Mr. Riley, in case he wants to make a comment, and if he doesn't, then we can close the public hearing.
We can close the public hearing. I do have a question for Mark, but I guess we can close the public hearing.
No,
Hey, Mark, Joe Stecker here.
You have a question, that's part of the situation.
Mark, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Joe.
What can we do with the reed bed and the structure now, the old reed bed?
Well, we have the mechanical sludge press in place. It replaces the reed bed system. Is the reed bed system sitting there basically now inactive?
Correct.
Okay, well then, it can, I imagine it could be removed. I'd have to defer to John Davidson and Bernier Larios in terms of what can in fact be done with that. I would imagine that that could be removed and the space could be used for something else. But I don't want to wade too deep into engineering questions because I didn't go to engineering school.
You've already
but
given
with
that out some of the
I
money.
was just gonna say.
Yes, you said that earlier.
I was
You
being
said it was
sarcastic.
900 some
I was
thousand.
being sarcastic.
The residual-
Is that money?
56,145.
The residual was paid back to the state, correct, Mark?
The original grant's 961,400. We used all but 56,745. We had, through great pains, gotten an extension from the state through the end of December, and we had gotten essentially a year's extension, which was difficult to get in the first place. And that balance of 56,745 is being recaptured by the state.
Okay, I'll call John Davidson and find out what we can do, because I know it has to be remediated.
Okay, well, at the present time, that 56,745, it's gone.
That's fine. Again, I was being sarcastic. Bad joke.
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely talk to John because the system is now inactive. In fact, the state doesn't want us to have it active for any purpose at all because the reeds themselves are no longer allowed in New York State because they are an invasive species. And so I would definitely talk to John about alternatives, but the mechanical sludge press entirely replaced that reed bed system.
Oh, no, I knew we replaced it. We still have to tackle the reed bed, element, so,
Whether we can cover it up.
yes. Anyway, I'll get with John Davidson. Thank you for that. I appreciate, you diligence and updates with this project.
Okay, thank you.
Somebody should make a motion.
Motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion's carried.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Mark, I did hear you say.
Are you getting
there's not a
Are you
lot-
getting snow in Elmville? Are you getting snow in Elmville tonight?
It's just no showers, nothing major.
Okay, so well, it's a good incentive to wind up your meeting because be careful with the roads going home. So thank you so much. It's been a pleasure, and again, it's always an honor to serve the town.
Hello, Mark, this is Terry. I know that you said there's not much else to do, but we're gonna pick your brain and if we need something, we're gonna get it because we know you did a good job. Right, Joe? And everybody here?
Yes, sir.
There's gotta be something that we can get to fix something because.
Well, I will be around because I'm hoping to help. I'm hoping to help the good folks at Ellenville with some of their projects.
Okay.
Yes,
Excellent.
Good to hear.
that's very good, Mark.
Thanks, everybody. I'm going to sign off. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Good, Village Ground.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can help them out. All right, so I guess we'll finish the agenda.
Tony Page.
There's no other extra motions that we have, right, that we didn't plan on? That wasn't-
Anybody have extra?
Oh, wait a second. We did take care of Lisa with the Southern Counties, okay, that's.
Morning.
It's been a little bit of a snowy, icy, cold
Yes,
couple of weeks,
Yeah.
right?
I gotta give my guys credit.
No doubt.
The last couple of weeks, they've been doing an excellent job and everybody's been showing up, other than the ones that've been sick. To the public. I'm not happy with some of the people. They come up from the city and they expected to run and it's raining, freezing rain out and go do different things. I got 22 people. They work the whole day. Go home, they're safe. They expected me to bring some people out to do some sand. And I told the people, no, I'm gonna tell you then. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not putting my guys in, especially it's freezing rain. They left the city late, they got up here late, they don't watch television. You know, you might hear something about it, but I'm telling you up front. I told this person no.
Well, there are circumstances where our employees can only work X number of hours too, that we can't go over a certain amount of hours, I think it's 12 hours. Right, is that correct?
It's 10 hours, without 14 hours, you have to,
Okay,
it's an emergency.
but
10 hours.
we can't piggyback that back to back to back, because that's not following the state rules.
But I'm more concerned about the people that show up in the morning, I expect them to go home at night safe. That's how I look at it. Basically, they do a hard day's work, we work, they go 22 hours overtime. Per man.
Okay, anything else,
That's
Tom?
all I got to say.
What have you discussed with the Delaware Engineering, anything, with anything?
Oh, that's going, I'm going.
It's still ongoing?
Yeah, was it that? The heating system sucks.
The heating system needs work?
They need work.
So is that
I
gonna
talked to Cody and there's supposed to be people down. I can't understand with a brand new system, they're blowing 3 fuses all the time. They blame the filters, they blame this, they blame that. Now, we found out, and they told us there's only like 3 filters we're gonna take care of. One guy come down, now we found 2 more filters. Another come down, we gotta take the machine apart, put these up, and 2 more filters. Now we're up to 5 filters, 6 filters every time we do it.
So is it the engineers or the contractor? Who is the
I
contractor?
think the engineer.
Okay.
It's so Corey right up front, man, it's-
All right, so if they designed a system that's not working, then we have to address that. So we'll have a conversation with, Cory.
Corey, you know,
The two of us will call him tomorrow.
we call them all the time.
Okay, well,
My whole concern is once this, if the year is done, we're gonna pay the guy full-time to come work in this heating system?
yeah, we can't sign off until it's
No,
fixed the correct way.
I don't want
But overall, that is a problem.
that's the problem.
But there's a lot down there that's working.
Everything else is good. The heating system is not been a problem.
All right, so I believe, Bill Brown's up.
Thank you to the highway department for their hard work, difficult circumstances, and to the residents of the community. Be careful when you're walking, there's ice all over, and if we get snow to cover it, you're not gonna see it. Many people have fallen, injured. We have, some recreation, events coming up. March 8th is the St. Patrick's Day event in front of the Hunt Building from 11 to 1. April 5th is a community trip to the Catskill Casino. It's $20 a person, and you'll be there from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And we need a full bus in order for this to take place. 40 people. April 12th is Spring Fling at Easter and the Easter Egg Hunt at Lippman Park from 11 to 2. And pool meetings, we've been meeting every 2 weeks on the pool project. We have another meeting on Monday. With the school and the engineers and the company that's going to do the work there. That's moving along. That's it.
Good. Johnny?
Thank you. I'm gonna give everyone an update on the Newtown website. So we had our kickoff with Civic Plus last week, Wednesday. We were able to approve the timeline today, and that timeline has our new website launching on July 4th. We'll have 5 different layouts that the town board is deciding between. We reviewed those layouts tonight. Seems that we might have an option. All of the layouts are optimized to view on a desktop, on a mobile phone, or on a tablet. And will include things like direct access to forms that you can download to complete, such as permitting forms. And we'll have payment processing for taxes for the recreation department available on the website as well. So again, things are moving forward, looking at July 4th go live for the new website. And
With a bang.
yeah,
Oh, boy.
and
No way to say that.
that's it.
Moving right along.
Knock on wood, it's been a quiet 2 weeks for me. Really just want to thank everyone for coming down for the Stephen Bradley building dedication ceremony. Obviously a group effort between DEP, Labella, and the town. Thank you to the residents for working with the process, trusting the process, and just being patient with all things related to that district. It was a beautiful day. The weather cooperated great. We had some nice speeches. It was great to see the family, good energy in the room. And it was nice, as someone who has relatives that serve their adult life to give back to the community, it was great to see the faces of the Bradley's family. Just a proud son, aunt, wife, grandson, relative moment. So I was glad to be part of it. Thank you for the whole board for coming out and support. Thank you, Jackie. That's all I have.
Okay, as far as emergency services go, we've seen an uptick in calls, which is pretty common for the wintertime with boiler malfunctions and smoke in the houses because of chimneys that are clogged. I still can't understand why people don't get them cleaned out every year. It should be a pretty self-explanatory thing. It's a matter of life and death. It actually could be a matter of life and death and losing your entire home and maybe even some family members. So it's a pretty simple thing to do. Get your chimneys cleaned out and your boiler serviced. As far as Avon's district goes, we're putting the final touches on a contract for KFAS, and we'll be sitting with Bill to finalize very soon to get that done for this year. The Ellenville Ambulance District, their contract is completed. As far as the building department goes, I'm sure everybody's heard, we had a building inspector leave us and go elsewhere. We are covered with John Umbrizat, who is very good at what he does as far as code enforcement. The department is running a little light right now. I know there's still permits coming in. I just asked, please, to be a little patient with us. We are working to get somebody, 1 or 2 more people in that department to get it back up and running where it was. As far as I know, there are no holdups on inspections. Permits are running a little behind because of health, but other than that, everything else is running as planned. Highway, Tony, thank you very much to you and your guys. We put a lot of hours in out there. A lot of guys that work there, friends of mine. People don't realize what you said. You go out in the morning, you drive to work, and you can get to and from because those guys are out there way before you on the icy roads and snow-covered roads, putting their lives in danger. Those trucks don't stop as soon as their car does. I've seen them trucks go sideways. On behalf of myself, the rest of the board, thank you for what you guys do. I really appreciate it. That's all I have this evening.
One thing, Terry, before you talk. There's people out there, Fort Bend, they're putting the water line in, from Union Hall down to Fort Bend. Electric emergency vehicles through. Other people come by, looks up, the road says road closed, they want to get through. They get upset. Now, the roads are narrow, they're doing the trench on the side, they got a dump truck on the side, they can't stop the equipment to just let everybody through. And I hope people realize that instead of calling town hall and the town barn and yelling at us, they got a job to do. So bear with us. It's gonna be probably another 3 weeks before they get to the roads back open again. Please.
Terry, sorry, I have one more thing I have to mention. The fire hydrants. There's been a couple of, situations where the hydrants were covered. Understandably, plow goes down the road, snow comes up the blade, cover the fire hydrants. So much going on with the ice and snow, it's hard to rock. If you live where, if there's a hydrant outside your house and you can't help clean it and it's covered, please just call and someone will get out there to clean it. We have to keep the hydrants clean. God forbid an emergency, there's no time to do it when the emergency is happening. So if there is a hydrant near you in front of the house, you cannot help to help to clean it up, just let us know, please.
That's a good point. Just to repeat what Tony had said, if anybody, some people may have not heard it. I got a phone call from the school yesterday morning about the Port Bend area. There was a barricade there where we're doing the DEP project, and the school buses are allowed to go through there, but as Tony said, the regular traffic is not. So we have to have the proper signage, we have to have the proper manpower down there to do it, but we also have to have the residents and taxpayers to understand that and do your alternate route, because there are alternate routes from down there. So everybody should be aware of the fact that they cannot use that road.
Local traffic only.
Local traffic only is what it says, so please take heed and look at the sign that says local, because yesterday there was a barrier set up where the buses couldn't get through. So I just happened to be on the phone with, and Joe and I were on the phone with Water District meeting, and they took care of it right away, but you know, we don't want to have any issues where we have the children that are on the bus, because that only complicates the circumstance of delivering the children to the school and taking them home. Okay, and then, let's see. The Stephen F. Bradley treatment plant, I know we talked about it for how long, Chris? I know it's been kind of a
Year and a half.
year and a half, Bill says. But we did do it today at 10 o'clock in the morning. About 12 members of the Bradley family were there, and as Joe said, they really appreciated, and yeah, they appreciated the fact that that plant is named after the plaque. I'd like to thank Jackie and everybody here that came up with, you know, the actual type of, you know, we kind of looked at a lot of types of plaques. And that one fits right where you're coming into the entrance of it. Today they had, I think it was Mike Cedar, maybe made the decision that our maintenance guys, we put an American flag over it. And as far as opening it up, when we did the, you know, the unveiling of the plaque, the American flag was right there. We pulled it off, and Steve he would be very proud to know that. He was a proud veteran.
It was folded military style.
Yep. Yeah. Well, Jimmy Montana.
Yeah, it was folded military style.
He was in the
Give it to the
military.
family?
I think he did, yeah.
So anyway, yeah, it was a very good, we had a little humor involved with it. The DEP talked, Bill Richardson talked, Pierre Brichette from the engineering talked, the family talked, and anybody that was there had an opportunity to do that. And it was, I think it was a nice ceremony, and again,
Chris got good pictures and of
We
the family and stuff.
wanted the family at the end, they'll have to leave.
okay. Well, that's good. We'll supply a couple of the other ones after that, so.
That'll be good.
Yeah, we basically took
Thank
pictures
you for covering it.
of the family, and, yep.
I'm waiting 18 months.
All right, and listen, Mike was talking about the building department. Civil service exams are back.
Thanks for covering
The
it.
civil service reaches out to people on a list.
That's different.
Civil service reaches out to the title positions when we need a title position filled. And in the code enforcement position, that deadline is February 25th, so it's 5 days from now. And then the building inspector one is due back the 3rd. So at that point in time, and then we can make a decision on, you know, how to fill those two positions.
Yep.
A lot of people a lot of people just don't understand the process of civil services.
It's lengthy, it's lengthy.
It's lengthy, and there's circumstances to it where there's a lot of different factors involved, as far as the breeding situation.
We got everything.
Yeah, and some of those things are for the protection of the employees that work in civil service. So, that's- you gotta be patient about that, but at the same time, when the opportunity comes, we have to, engage strongly. And, I think that's all I have. So we have a motion to,
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
I'll second
I
it.
usually don't do that, but okay.
Mike makes that motion, Joe seconds it. All in favor?
All right,
We're not going to, we're done.
go.
Hang on a second, let me.
Okay, so who did that? You and?
I made the motion.
Go second it.
Joe seconded it.
Okay, you did.
I seconded it.
You know,
Wait a minute, everything-
Debbie